Hey everyone, it's Nick with Us versus Herd. If it's your first time here, you like the content, hit subscribe. We go live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes after market close. If you want to get notifications from when we go live or when we post videos like our watch list, tap the bell. I'm working on getting a more consistent schedule, just making sure that, when things work the best is when I had a very consistent video schedule. So I'm working my way back to that. If you're here right now, say what up. If you want to get connected to our UVH fam, links are below to our free options trade group and our Discord. And if you made money today, comment got paid. I almost said something else, I don't know why. If you lost money today, comment learned a freaking lesson. Learned a lesson. Whew. Drinking this cold brew. Yo, Jeff, what's going on, man? What's going on? Hope everyone is doing well today. Yeah. So yeah, I mean the futures on the Dow were up almost 300 after close here. Got paid, then learned the lesson. Yeah. Yeah, I mean I've been doing pretty well this week. Since last week I was a little bit reckless and honestly I'm not sure. Well, I'll go through it in a minute here. Daniel Edwards got paid SPY 288 calls. Congrats. I got paid on the 288 SPY puts yesterday. Guy didn't even bother today. Yeah, I mean today was kind of strange. I mean, SPY hit a low of like 285.25 and just ripped, and then all afternoon kind of settled back in there. It seems to like this area up in here. I mean, we didn't get back to high a day yesterday, so we'll see what happens. Pretty much what I'm going to be doing here is confessing on stream what I did wrong. So let's get into it. Today was a pretty light trading day for me. Show you guys right here. Today was a pretty light trading day for me because I was out and about. I had meetings today, which made this even worse. This week I've been trading fairly well, and honestly, the thing is here. So SPY, I had the 285 puts that I swung from yesterday on SPY, and let me pull up SPY. Options here, those 285 puts here. Let me go to show you what we did here yesterday and how this kind of translated into being a terrible trade. So it's not that the trade was bad; it's that I handled it very poorly. Okay, so the trade was a good trade. But I handled it very poorly. So yesterday I had I don't know if you guys watched the live stream yesterday, but I had the 285 puts on SPY. Actually, I've been bag holding for a couple days here. I bought the initial one here at a $1.17, and then I averaged down at 60 cents just to kind of get back into the green. So my average then came down to like 90 cents or something like that, right? And if you're looking at it, actually, I think it was my average. Actually, my average was like $1.05 or something like that. But as you can see, yesterday it came back to green, break even / green yesterday, and then today right at open, we came back to green. As well, and then we just went downhill from there. I mean, if you were shorting puts today, congrats to you. You got my money. But I think the main thing here was that for me mentally, it wasn't about the money that I lost, right? It wasn't about the $177 because I mean we can get that back, and like I said, you don't trade with capital that you can lose. Tan, what's going on? The thing, Dave, what's up? The issue was my execution. The trade was a good trade. Could have got out break even. Could have made some money yesterday on the 285 puts or today, and chose not to do it. And knowing today that, hey, I'm going to be gone pretty much most of the day, I wasn't at my desk, and I still decided to roll with it. We could have got, anything's better than max loss. And the last time I think I went max loss on options was, I don't even know, maybe a year or more ago. Because typically I don't go max loss ever. I never let it ride to zero, because why would you let something ride to zero? So I think that there's quite a few mistakes here. We let the the spy puts just ride to zero, and knowing today was expiration, and I've been pretty successful trading spy intraday on same day expiration, and yesterday we killed it on SPY. Monday we killed it on SPY, and then today we gave some back, which, thankfully we had those profits in place. But it's not, for me, it wasn't really about the money, but the execution. There were two chances we could have got out with a small profit or break even, and we didn't do it. And at the end of the day, on this channel, what I want to show are the successes, but I also want to show the failures. I don't want to just be on here and show you, hey, this is everything I did right, because anybody can do that. Anybody can show you, hey, this is what I did right today. Oh, aren't you glad I made so much money? Blah, blah, blah. In reality, every single trader struggles. Whether you've been doing it 50 years or 5 months, you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle, whether it's emotionally, personally, maybe you're having a bad day, maybe you're upset, or, it doesn't really matter. You kind of got to rein that in. So, for me, it wasn't about the money, it was about the execution. And on SPY, I shouldn't have swung the trade. I should have closed out for break even yesterday. When I averaged down, I was back at break even. Should have took a small loss on it versus, being reckless with your capital and losing that $177. Being reckless. When it comes to options, you have to. You can't be reckless, because you go from, as you can see here, it went from being $1 down to 9 cents within like 2 hours. You lose your entire profit. So that's why this is not a game. This is very serious. You got to take options very serious. And I didn't take the trade. I personally did not take the trade seriously, because I was thinking on SPY like, okay, well, maybe I'll go to the meeting and come back, and which is stupid, because today it expires and Theta is just going to kill it, and that's what it did, and it went the opposite direction. Because you could have said, oh, it's going to go down to 280, revisit 285. Why didn't you buy some calls to hedge? Which, honestly, I don't know why. I just didn't buy some calls to hedge that while I was in the meeting. If I was going to try to get out with a profit, cut the puts, buy some calls, or even sell one put and then buy 2 calls, would have made a world of difference. If I sold one put, when it was like 80, 90 cents or even $1, and bought 2 calls, would have been fine. Yeah, Gunther made great money yesterday on the 288 puts. Drinking some vanilla cold brew here. Getting the juices flowing. Other than that, the only other trade that I did today was Nvidia. Today I was gone, most of the day. This is a really light day for me. Nvidia, I bought 2 of the 157.50 puts, and I bought 3 of the 167.50 calls. And this time I hedged when I went into the meeting, because I was not sure. So this morning on Nvidia at 9 o'clock, I bought the 157 puts. So right in here, Nvidia was like spiking up. It was getting batted up, and it kept getting rejected here. So I put the position, because I thought maybe we're going to revisit 159. Because Nvidia, even like on the strong days like today, it just seems to crap the bed. It was down only 58 cents, but had a nice range today, 159 to 163, and then came back down to the 160 area and closed at 161.22. So, Nvidia has been really good to me. I was really worried that when I was going in the meeting that I was going to run to 167, which is why I added those three calls on Nvidia. In the last, I would say the last 3 weeks, I have not been swing trading, and SPY swing traded and lost, and now Nvidia I'm swing trading and currently down. So probably after tomorrow, I'm going to be going back to just intraday, just concentrating on my trades, concentrating on my setups, and not trying to swing trades like this. Because right now this position is down. I mean, it's down 40%. Not the end of the world. We could easily get that back tomorrow if Nvidia either gaps up to like the 165. Let me check my let's check the deltas on this thing. Let's check our deltas on this thing. So I have on the puts I have 26 delta, but on the calls I only have 10 cent delta. So 26 cent delta on the puts. So I still want it to go down. It'd be my favorite to go down. If it does go up, I mean, we'll probably get out, break even. You know, it's kind of the idea here. So if we go down, if we gap down to like below 160. So I was saying yesterday on Nvidia, you know, what I was looking at here was a break below 160 is why I put the position on. Yes, I know it did bounce around here, but it's more likely I feel to fill this gap here to like the lower 150s, you know, 155. So I was playing Nvidia to like the 155 area. You know, it was breaking down pretty easily, and yesterday had an insane, just crazy drop yesterday, and then today the bounce was looking pretty weak this morning. Yes, it did get bought up from 159, but really was struggling here, and then it started to break through. So probably a bit early on that. Probably would have been better getting the instead of the 157.50s. Probably would have been better getting the 160 puts. You know, they were a little bit more. Let's see, what did they go down to though? If we caught it right, because I paid $1.32 for the 157.50s. So these puts went from, they hit a low of like $1.16. So it would have been better. It would have been better to probably not trade the day, knowing I was going to be away from my desk all day. Literally, it was gone all day, and caught the bottom here, like the one around 130 on these, instead of buying the 157s for 130. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll evaluate. Dave, we'll talk about Best Buy. G Max lost today on Amazon. Yeah, I mean, the idea here is, even if you're wrong, the idea here is like, the reason why I can't believe that I went max loss is the idea is to never go max loss. Like, just recoup what you can, because you can redeploy that capital. Even if, like today, even if I went break even on an SPY, I should have collected that and redeployed it. You can always redeploy your capital, but you can't redeploy capital if it's zero. You know, and that's where we went wrong there. You know, if this video was of value to you so far, you're learning something, hit the like button. Would definitely appreciate it. If you're here, you haven't said anything, say what up. I want to meet you, because I know some people have come late here. So right now I'm waiting on that. The other position I have on was Teva, which is currently down as well. That we're just kind of bag holding. You know, we're gonna have to clean some of this stuff up, and this is kind of why I just haven't been swing trading, and not necessarily it's the reason why I don't like swing trading, because then the reason why I don't like swing trading right now is because you're just carrying this baggage, and then the premiums have been jacked up. And on Teva, so this is my first like real red day in over a week. So Teva, the reason why I held on to it is because it showed some real strength. I shouldn't have tried to catch the knife here yesterday. I tried to catch the knife right in here, and it continued lower, is kind of why we're down right now. But today it shows some strength, and Teva, this is very like Teva, where it makes all its move at once and then chills, and that's what it did. So tomorrow could be another gap up. You know, if we come back to break even 750 area tomorrow, obviously we're gonna take this video to heart. So this video is not necessarily for you guys, but also for me, because I can go back, watch these videos, and see, you know, where I screwed up, where I did well, and that way you can kind of control your emotions, and you can control yourself as a trader, because it's not that the trade is bad, it's that the execution and what you did was bad, you know? So you might have had a good setup, might have had a good idea, might have had a good entry, but the way you handled it and the way that you minimize your risk was poor, you know? How many I lost Teva once on 1K on Teva? Good luck. Oh man. I've been pretty successful trading Teva the last couple weeks. Yo, Andrew, what's going on, man? Yeah, I might roll, or I might just buy some stock on Teva. We'll see. I thankfully I made like 300% on Teva like 2 weeks ago, so we're kind of rolling with profit still. But yeah, let's go into Best Buy. Dave wanted to bring up Best Buy here. So for me tomorrow, I'm also going to be away from my desk tomorrow, and I'll be at my desk on Friday. So tomorrow's going to probably be a light trading day for me as well. Best Buy, I mean, I do like the consolidation up in here, but I honestly don't trust anything that's retail. you know, um, so that's that's the only thing. So I mean, it's nice in here that it looked like it might want to go up to like the 75 area, but you got to think about it. Retail their warrant earnings. This is going to be a big gamble. I mean, they could fill this gap down here to 60. You know, so yo Joey, what's going on? TK, it is involved in the opioid case. I did do very well yesterday on J&J, which is why I traded Teva. Yeah, I don't think I'm with Andrew. I don't think they're going to go bankrupt. These fines for like Johnson and Johnson and all these people is just kind of like a slap on the wrist. I mean, it's not even. I mean, they're not even asking for that much money. They roll out one drug. I mean, and more than pays for it. Arctic down $24 on my SPY spread, but still a good distance for my strikes. Nice. So you just got to Arctic. You guys got to use that theta. Hopefully, it's a credit spread. Saw a dude on Wall Street bets 16K on Best Buy earnings. Yeah, I mean, that's just like, yeah, I mean, you can gamble. I mean, sure, he can make a lot of money, but you got to think about it. I mean, hopefully he has like a 100K account or something like that, to put down 16K, depending on how big his account. But if he's doing like his whole account on this one trade, if I were gonna do my whole account on one trade, it wouldn't be Best Buy. It wouldn't be Best Buy. I would pick like an Amazon. I would pick Netflix or Tesla even. It wouldn't be it wouldn't be Best Buy. That's for sure. If you're gonna think of a way to gamble your money like in the stock market, there's so many names that Best Buy probably wouldn't be it. News on gold prices rising and outpacing trends, plus inverted yields getting worse. I'm expecting a hard down day soon. Your thoughts? Yeah, I mean, I've been talking about it, and we've been watching. I don't know if you guys watched my watch list video from last night. Been watching TLT. TLT had a monster day yesterday, and then we had a nice gap up today on TLT, and then it gave it up. So I was kind of watching TLT in correlation with SPY and trying to get a feel for it. So if you look at the last couple of days, SPY had a rough day. The yield curve was worsening, and then we had a pretty ginormous day in TLT. And if you're looking at TLT chart, I mean, days like this doesn't happen. Like ever since July 31st, it doesn't move like this. Like if you look at the chart, it's pretty much kind of like a slow grind. Yeah, you'll have some running here, and this is when it really started its leg up here back in May. But normally it moves around like this, and now we're getting movement that looks like a tech stock, and these are bonds. Roku Strangle been working for like a year now. Yeah. I've been trading intraday Roku, and it's been paying out pretty nicely. I haven't been swing trading all that much. I haven't done strangles really in 3 weeks or so, and Nvidia is the first strangle I did in that time. Let's see here. Did I miss anybody here? 5 beat on everything but lower guidance due to Trump's trade war. Yeah, and also they're gonna have the dollar stores reporting this week. I don't necessarily trade them because they're lower volume, but if you're looking at 5 below, it's back up, and crazy swings. So yeah, we're gonna see some crazy swings in retail this week. I don't normally trade retail stocks, and Actually, the volume on these calls are pretty good. Volume on puts is terrible. So yeah, I mean this is very skewed to the call side. As you can see here, there's like 3,900 on the 120s, 200 on the rest, but the puts was like nothing. Not even, well, this one, the 105s were 700, but not great. I shorted BBBY, terrible trade. Yeah, and Brexit. So there's a lot of things going on in the news right now. You know, kind of what I'm thinking for SPY. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes back up to these levels here. I don't know if you guys noticed, but Trump has been real hush ever since he crashed the market a couple days ago. So he's been really chilling, because I think that he understands. Well, I don't know if he understands, but he potentially may not understand the gravity of what one of his aggressive tweets will do, because it sent the Dow down 700. I shorted Amazon. How's Amazon looking today? Amazon relatively low volatility. I mean, this is a tough, like the choppiness here. Gene, it's hard to trade this choppiness here. You know, it had a $20 swing, but it's hard to trade. It's hard to trade this. So don't feel so bad if you lost on it, because this is a tough trade here. This is if you're looking at it long term, I mean, this is kind of like a consolidation. Wouldn't be surprised if it keeps bouncing here and then moves its way back up to 1800, but then again, you got to kind of think about, I think the biggest issue right now is we're all, as traders, we're thinking about what if, okay, what if I buy calls and then a tweet goes out? Because that's what happened last week. We were all buying calls. Everything was ripping up. Everything was going well. Even looking at Amazon, you're looking at this day here, things were taking off, and there was no reason why that couldn't have gone back up to 1820, 1830 that day with the strength, because it was gapped down and then it showed real strength. This was the day that the tariffs were on, and then one tweet sent all the stocks tumbling. It doesn't matter what stock you look at. I'm looking at Amazon now. It doesn't matter what stock you look at. The chart looks the same. Aaron, Trump lost 59K. Man, I hope you have the account to withstand that, because, I'm a big preacher on risk. I know I disobeyed my rule today, and look what happened to me. I went max loss. I went max loss on options today. I mean, I only lost $177, thankfully, but you gotta mitigate that risk. You gotta always think what if, and I think that's the issue right now. We're all hedging, and we're spending a lot of money hedging that we're not really, right now we're kind of stuck in this period where we're not sure what's going to happen. And when we're not sure what's happening, we're programmed to think that the market's going to go down, because with uncertainty, there's uncertainty. Sorry, with uncertainty in the market, we think the market's going to go down, and then we don't understand when it goes up. But I mean, that's just the way things go right now. Also, algos were programmed to buy. I mean, if you look at SPY here, I mean, these were programmed to buy right here. Andrew says could see a potential of consolidation for a bit, thinking of throwing short-term calls on some tech and quasi-leap. Yeah, I think the play that would have been good is, we had this volatility. Then when it started to even out here, throw on some credit spreads and just suck that premium out. But I've been very hesitant to trade spreads under or actually sell options in general under Trump, because I'm not saying that I'm saying that I am scared to do that. Because on the day that we had this down day on was that last Friday, when we had that major down day. The options were up thousands of % across the board. So, we just had to be careful. PG possible fall down in Disney as well. Yeah, I don't think I'd want to short this. I mean, this continues to break 52-week highs. You know, right here. This is, for me, when it's like this, it's never a good setup for me. Usually what I would do on this scenario, which I have more success on, is putting on a bullish strangle. Disney as well. I'd be hesitant to short Disney as well. It has a lot of good press. They're on the verge in a couple months of rolling out Disney Plus, and you know they're expected to do big numbers, and they're slowly transforming into, instead of an entertainment company, but a tech company. So I personally would be, I don't think it's going to fill this gap here anytime soon, unless something really bad happens in the market. Yeah, Andrew, just not worth the squeeze. I mean, when you're risking $500 to make $100, and then with any sort of with Twitter, he can just put out an unofficial press release. You know, it's not no statement from the White House, no press conference. I'm just sitting on the crapper. I pull my phone out and I'm tweeting and I move the market. I mean, Forever 21 reportedly preparing potential bankruptcy filing. CNBC just sent out a little bit ago here. I was over at I was downtown Chicago. I was actually surprised that they were Forever 21 was closing their flagship store downtown on Michigan. Yeah, D5 is rebounding after hours, so might be a play tomorrow on some options. Yeah, TK. Whenever Trump is quiet, just start loading in a short position slowly. I'm late, but here's still no chase for me being patient. Yeah, Starman. If you want to learn from my lessons, I went on earlier in the video here. Thoughts on Philip Morris, Sawyer, and other healthcare companies at Anthem. If it's too late to kill it. My opinion on healthcare right now, just in general, healthcare in general, I think if I'm saying if, I'm not saying anything's happening. If we do go into a recession, you know, healthcare is still going to do well. You know, because no matter how poor you are or you're still going to go to the doctor, insurance companies are still going to pay out, you know. SPY starting to drop. Yeah, that's what you're thinking. So, I mean, this could, you know, I was telling some people, it doesn't really matter to me, the movement. If Dow is not down more than 100 points, if Dow is not down to 150 or 200 pre-market, it doesn't mean anything right now. Like Dow being down like 100 points pre-market or after hours is just like normal. Oh, buy all the healthcare stocks in recession. Yeah, I mean, look up. You know, TNDM's doing well. I actually had some stock on it, but I sold it. TNDM. I actually was buying down here in the 20s, and then I sold it, but you can't see that. You know, this is promising. You know, what is it? Mini-Med. What's it? I can't remember the stock right now. Anyways, I don't remember what it is, but there's a couple stocks that I'd be looking at to buy if these guys take a hit in the recession in healthcare. I've done okay doing CCs on TNDM. Yeah, TNDM. See, they got weekly options now. I actually haven't looked at these guys, but yeah, this is definitely a decent stock coming up here. I mean, wow, this is actually a pretty big move. Probably should have traded it. No, I haven't looked at it since I sold the stock. But anyways, guys. I definitely appreciate you guys hanging out. If the video was of value to you, hit the like button. I'm going to be hopefully doing some watch list video tonight. We'll see what happens. I will be gone tomorrow, so we'll be doing like a pre-recorded video tomorrow. But getting back to my regular content schedule, you guys stay safe, stay green. It's always us versus her.